What is Ethereum? Explained for Beginners 2025. Let's start with something simple. If Bitcoin is digital gold, Ethereum is the internet's global computer. It doesn't just store value, it runs code. Apps. Contracts. Entire ecosystems. And that's what makes Ethereum so powerful. In this video, you'll learn what Ethereum is, how it works, what it's used for, and why it matters in 2025 and beyond. No jargon. No hype. Just the basics, explained clearly. First, a quick disclaimer before we dive in: crypto assets are high risk and not regulated in the UK. You could lose all the money you invest. There is no consumer protection. This content is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Now, let's talk Ethereum. Ethereum is a blockchain, just like Bitcoin. But it was designed to do much more than just move money. Launched in 2015 by a group of developers including Vitalik Buterin, Ethereum was the first blockchain to support something revolutionary: smart contracts. Smart contracts are bits of code that run on the blockchain. They do things automatically, without needing a company, website, or human to push a button. Think of them like digital vending machines. You put an input, and they give you output, no middleman required. These smart contracts power apps, and those apps run on the Ethereum blockchain. Today, we call them dApps, decentralized applications. And they've completely changed how people use crypto. With Ethereum, you can borrow money, earn interest, trade NFTs, play games, or create art, all without a bank, broker, or tech company controlling your data. So what makes Ethereum special? It's programmable. Instead of just storing transactions like Bitcoin, Ethereum acts like a platform for other projects. Thousands of tokens, tools, and protocols are built on top of Ethereum, including DeFi, NFTs, DAOs, and Layer 2 chains. It's the foundation of Web3. Ethereum has its own currency, called Ether, or ETH. ETH is used to pay for transactions, run smart contracts, and interact with dApps. When you do something on Ethereum, like send a token or mint an NFT, you pay a fee called gas. That gas is paid in ETH. So ETH isn't just money. It's fuel. Without it, nothing on Ethereum works. Let's break that down further. Every time you use Ethereum, you're asking thousands of computers around the world to process your transaction. They're called nodes, and they all have to agree on what's happening. That takes computing power, and that's what you're paying for with gas fees. The more complex the action, the more gas you use. Ethereum used to run on a system called proof of work, just like Bitcoin. But in 2022, Ethereum transitioned to proof of stake. Now, instead of miners solving math puzzles, people stake ETH to help secure the network and validate transactions. It's more energy efficient, more scalable, and faster to settle. In short, it's greener and more modern than Bitcoin's original system. So who uses Ethereum? The answer is everyone. DeFi users, NFT collectors, artists, developers, gamers, DAOs, investors. Here are just a few examples of what you can do on Ethereum. You can lend your crypto and earn interest using platforms like Aave or Compound. You can trade tokens on decentralized exchanges like Uniswap. You can buy, sell, or mint NFTs on marketplaces like OpenSea or Zora. You can even vote on proposals in DAOs, decentralized communities that run on-chain. What's the difference between Ethereum and Bitcoin? It comes down to design. Bitcoin is a store of value. It's focused on security, simplicity, and long-term wealth preservation. Ethereum is a platform for innovation. It's flexible, programmable, and constantly evolving. Think of Bitcoin as digital gold. Ethereum as digital infrastructure. They're both powerful, but they do very different things. In 2025, Ethereum is still the most widely used blockchain for building decentralized apps. But it has challenges. Gas fees can spike during high traffic. Transactions can be slow when the network is busy. That's why Ethereum developers are building Layer 2 solutions. These are scaling tools like Arbitrum, Optimism, and zkSync that help Ethereum process more transactions for lower fees. They sit on top of Ethereum and settle back to the main chain. Think of them like express lanes on a motorway. Ethereum is also working on big upgrades. The current roadmap includes things like sharding, which breaks the network into smaller pieces to increase speed and efficiency. It also includes new privacy features, better staking systems, and improved security. The goal is to make Ethereum faster, cheaper, and more usable for the next billion users. ETH itself has also changed. In 2021, Ethereum introduced a mechanism that burns ETH with every transaction. That means ETH can become deflationary, reducing supply over time. This supports long-term value, especially as demand grows. In 2025, ETH is not just used for gas, it's being adopted by institutions, asset managers, and DeFi protocols as a key form of digital collateral. What about risks? Ethereum is still evolving. Code can have bugs. dApps can be exploited. And the ecosystem is open to innovation and experimentation. That's part of its strength. But also a challenge for new users. Gas fees, smart contract risk, and regulatory uncertainty are real concerns. If you're using Ethereum, start small. Use trusted apps. And always protect your wallet and recovery phrase. So why does Ethereum matter? Because it unlocked a new way to build. Instead of relying on banks, app stores, or governments, people can now create value, share ownership, and collaborate freely. Ethereum is the backbone of Web3, and it's still early. Whether you're an investor, creator, or curious explorer, understanding Ethereum is a must. Thanks for watching CryptoPulse. We hope this helped you understand Ethereum without the jargon. If it did, hit like, share this video with someone new to crypto, and subscribe for more clear, beginner-focused explainers. We simplify crypto, so you can invest with confidence.